Okay, here we go with another training update. Back-to-back free training updates. Okay, 16 September. I started out with incline dumbbell press, 13 kilograms for 10-9, 10 out of 10 shoulder, 1 rep in reserve. I don't think it was exactly 2 out of 10 shoulder. I just got, extra precautious about the pains that I felt, and maybe objectively saying it was 1 out of 10, or maybe not, actually. Maybe everything that I have written down in terms of the amount of discomfort wasn't objective until now, because something that might seem as barely noticeable for me, it might actually be 2 out of 10 reps in reserve, or 2 out of 10 shoulder, and not 1 out of 10 shoulder. And something that is a bit more noticeable that not noticeable at all, objectively might be 3 out of 10, even though I might write it down as 2 out of 10. So maybe it's better for me to be on a higher end, because this way I'll just never even use 5 out of 10, even though I not necessarily want to use that. I don't necessarily want to go that far in terms of structural discomfort, but there needs to be a reason why it is 1, like 0 from 10, and not 0 from 5. Like, I need to make some use of that wide of a spectrum, Arnold raises 3 kilograms, 12, 11. It was 1 rep lesser than the last time, but 0 out of 10 discomfort, 1 rep in reserve. I think my form was more controlled this time, or it's just that, my performance just stays the same, which is pretty much, I think, it is precisely the case. Wide pull downs, 35 kilograms, 766. Better form, pull with your elbows. Yeah, so this time my form was better, and so why my reps got lower. 2 out of 10 shoulder. This time I don't know precisely. Was it 10 out of 10? Maybe 1 out of 10, but this is irrelevant. It wasn't that bad at all. 1 out of 10. 1 rep in reserve. Yeah, I think first set was 1 rep in reserve, and the last set was definitely all the way to failure. Shrugs, 26 kilograms, 12, 10, which is quite a bit higher in terms of reps, and it felt better on the shoulder, so it's a win, 1 rep in reserve. Yeah, I think this is actually exactly what happened. I did keep 1 rep in reserve in each of those sets. Calf raises, weight jump, 60 kilograms. 12, 11, keep knees straight. Yeah, even though I did do 12, 11 on first set, I definitely didn't keep my knees that straight, so my form might not have been exactly precise, but it's not too big of a deal. 2 out of 10 discomfort in my ankles. I don't think it was 2 out of 10, maybe 1 out of 10, but it wasn't severe at all. And I'm definitely happy with the fact that even though I did make a weight jump, it felt pretty damn easy. And I think that, 2, maybe 3 training sessions. Maybe 3 more. Yeah, 3 more training sessions with 60 kilograms. And I think I'm pretty much ready to do another weight jump. Even though right now, at the place I am right now in Transnistria, I have 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 5 training sessions left. Yeah, so, yeah, and then it will be a change of environments, change of gyms. And the exercise selection, maybe not the exercise selection, but the exercises. Yeah, so basically exercise selection might change a bit based on just, changes in equipment. Leg raises, 0 kilograms, 9, 8, 1 out of 10 shoulder, 1 to 2 reps in reserve. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This time the negatives were so much more controlled, and I felt, it felt like I got decent stimulus in my abs. Again, those are hanging leg raises, and definitely less shoulder pain this time. Overhead extensions, 8 kilograms for 11-11, which, my performance decreased, but it was cleaner form. So maybe my performance just stalled, and I just decided to, to clean up my form a bit. 1 out of 10 shoulder. Yeah, so I pretty much didn't feel any elbow discomfort this time. 0 reps in reserve, even though it was 11-11. Each set was, I couldn't perform another rep, at least with decent form, External rotation, wait. I forgot to, write down hammer curls on this line. Hammer curls, which are, concentration hammer curls, when you rest your elbow against your thigh, the inner side of your thigh. 12 kilograms for 10-10, which are less reps than before, but cleaner form. By cleaner form, I mean slower negatives for the most part. 2 out of 10 shoulder. Yeah, some shoulder discomfort still there. 0 reps in reserve. Damn. The air part, I hate it. I can't pronounce air properly. External rotation. 3 kilograms, 10-8. Wait, 3 kilograms, 10-8. Yeah, so implementing that new form that I have discovered. And left one is weaker, actually. With that new technique, that is actually harder for external rotation. My left arm, for some reason, is significantly weaker because I did 10-8 for left, but for right, I managed to do 11-10, So that's something interesting. 2 out of 10 shoulder, and it's actually for the left shoulder. The right shoulder actually felt less discomfort than the right. I mean, vice versa. The right shoulder felt less discomfort than the left. That's very unique, It's pretty much the only exercise where my left is weaker than the right. Yeah. That's interesting. Internal rotation, 11-9, weight jump. Weight jumps that actually felt amazing. 11-9, 1 out of 10 shoulder, 1 rep in reserve. Yeah, I had no idea that I would be able to get that many reps with that weight jump. But I mean, I worked up to sets of 17 with 10 kilograms, so that explains it. But still, I'm really happy with the fact that I managed to gain sufficient amount of strength with those 10 kilograms to manage to make that weight jump up to 15. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for hammer curls I've talked about. I didn't had time to finish the leg routine, the hack squats and the leg curls, because the gym were already closing at that time, and also because I didn't really, I didn't want to rush through training sessions just to do the leg work, because motherfucker, thighs ain't my priority at all. So skipping those is like the best option. I would be better off doing my internal and external rotation work to manage my shoulder stability, and because it's literally external rotation and internal rotation training. It is literally what, how do I say that? It's what allows me to push progression consistently on my arm isolations. Because especially in the tricep isolation, especially in the overhead tricep extensions, because if your shoulder is unstable on that movement, it's gonna be, you're gonna feel it in your elbow and in your shoulder, because when the shoulder is unstable, there are a lot of lateral forces on your elbow, which is very fatiguing. So it's gonna be, especially if you're decently strong, if your tricep is decently strong, which is not the case for me yet, but if I were to use like 15 kilograms per hand on overhead extensions and my shoulder would be unstable, yeah, that would like, my elbow would definitely take a hit, and I would definitely wouldn't be able to progress consistently with unstable shoulder. So it's just so much more important than training my thighs at this point, because right now my triceps, biceps is my main priority, and then would go lats and forearms, and then maybe abs and calves. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so this is it. Goodbye.